Z97.5 Total Rock with Tiffany.
The kingdom of Jocephus is upon you.
This is very exciting. We were able to secure for you the best movie critic in the entire country. You've seen him time and again in the wrestling ring, but did you know that Jocephus is the biggest movie buff on the planet? Jocephus, how many movies do you actually own?
I would say that I own easily about 4,000 movies from various formats, probably about 3,000 to 3,500 are VHS tapes, and the rest are either Blu-rays, DVDs, or just bootlegs that people have gotten me.
Where the heck do you keep them all? Is it like in extra rooms?
Well, the way my apartment is set up, it's almost like a video store at this point. I mainly have, it's ridiculous. I mainly have VHS tapes at my apartment, but then I have a storage bin that's climate controlled that has a lot of stuff in there. Probably at least half my VHS collection's in storage in a climate controlled bin because I don't want that stuff going bad.
Are you actually watching them on VHS, or are you transferring them to something else?
I have about 12 VCRs. I have a working one, and I have 11 backups at this point. And I watch stuff on VHS. I don't know. I think that I love that format because that's how I fell in love with movies.
Who better to ask than Jocephus and the Kingdom of Vhs? What movie we should watch over the long holiday weekend?
You should watch a movie called Death Wish 3 with Charles Bronson. It provides its own fireworks, so you wouldn't even have to go to an event. The first two Death Wish movies had a lot of drama and story about how the Charles Bronson character, known in the films as Paul Kersey, how he becomes a vigilante on the streets in New York. In part 3, whoever the producers, whoever the writers were, I just have a feeling they had a meeting and they were just like, Bronson's pretty much going to almost kill everybody in the Bronx in this film. He probably kills about 70 people in this movie. But it's very cartoony, so it's not like extreme violence. It's just kind of ridiculous. They remade Death Wish last year, I believe, with Bruce Willis. And it didn't capture the Charles Bronson essence, mainly because Willis doesn't have a mustache, I think, for one.
Right, yeah.
And he doesn't have bangs. Charles Bronson has bangs, man.
Got to bring those bangs back, man.
That's what action heroes need are bangs, and that will help you get the job done better.
Is Angie Dickinson in this movie, or is that it's around that time period, right, that she would be in a movie?
She could have been, but she's not. There's somebody who kind of looks like her in there.
Okay.
But it's not her. And there's an unnecessary love angle in this movie, too, where this woman just falls in love with Charles Bronson for zero reason at all. Because he's so sexy, I guess. His bangs and his mustache are so sexy.
Yeah, it must have been the bangs and the mustache as opposed to, killing off the entire city.
Killing off the city, and I don't know if you've ever noticed, or you might need to go back and check, but Bronson was pretty much ripped his entire career. Like, whenever he takes his shirt off, even if he's 70, he's ripped.
I could never get into Charles Bronson, and I think just because he reminded me of somebody's dad that I knew, and so every time I saw him, I just saw him as, Lisa's dad.
Well, maybe the unnecessary love angle in Death Wish 3 will help you do that. She's like, the woman falls in love with him, and she's like a caseworker at just a local jail or something. And eventually she invites him over for dinner, and she's like, I'll make chicken. That's what she says to him. And Charles Bronson's like, I like chicken. Chicken is good. And then it cuts to the next scene. It's just beautiful work there. I don't know how many awards they won for that one, but
so definitely Death Wish 3 as opposed to 1 and 2.
1 and 2 are their own glorious pieces of a more dramatic kind of build-up there, but because it's the 4th of July and because it's fireworks, Death Wish 3 definitely provides that kind of vibe, I think, for the holiday weekend.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so how many choke slams would you give Death Wish 3?
Well, as far as action, fireworks, bangs, and a mustache, I'm going to have to give Death Wish 3 5 out of 5 choke slams.
Nice.
It is something I recommend to everybody that I meet. Even like I'd go to church and recommend it to my pastor, you know. So 5 out of 5 choke slams, 100%.
Jocephus and the Kingdom of VHS.
Yes.
The Kingdom